Welcome back, Tendani.
Thank you very much.
By the way, what does Tendani mean?
It's agree.
Agree?
Yes.
Okay, and Munonoka?
That's a surname. When I grew up, I found it, so I don't know how.
You don't know what it means?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. But Tendani means agree.
Yes.
Yeah. Somehow I would like to believe that all those jobs that you did in that 8 years, it wasn't about those jobs, it was about where you are now. Will you agree?
Yes, definitely.
Do you believe in the concept of the life purpose?
Yes.
Will you say that the higher end, the upper hand somewhere knew what you are about to become?
I definitely believe in that.
Yeah. Tell us more about it. You are, I regard you as a communication specialist, and to be honest with you, if you had asked me earlier on before I listened to your story, I would have thought that you went straight to a communication school and studied communications and this is what you are. But now I'm educated now about the route you followed. Tell us more. How did it happen that you become? Will I be right to say that you are an entrepreneur and communication specialist?
Yes.
Tell us a bit about it. How did it happen?
It all started as I was working in between of these companies. If you're making a lot of mistakes financially, I realized now the salaries were becoming a little smaller. They were not enough. The lifestyle without guidance, without anybody saying, don't do this, don't do that. Then I said, you know what? I am aware there is a place in Joburg called China City. So in between, as I was working in the call centers, I would go and buy handbags, kitchen utensils, whatnot, and sell to keep myself going. But the turning point of it all is when I was working for Imperial Cargo. I realized there's something which is called a broker for companies. Then I asked around, what does it mean to be a broker? And somebody told me, no, you can get somebody's truck and get the job for the truck, and then they work, the company will pay you, and then you pay the owner of the truck. Found it very interesting. I was like,
That's logistics
okay.
now, eh?
Yeah, that's logistics. I'm like, okay. So when I was doing my work, I would go to other departments at Imperial Cargo and ask, where does this whole thing start? For me to see a truck coming in, where did it all start? Then I went to the operation manager, and then he explained, this is what we do. And they asked me, why are you asking? I'm like, I just want to know. Because I'm sitting at the end, I'm receiving invoices, I'm just paying invoices, and I don't know what are these people being paid for. So I want to know where it all starts. And they're explaining, I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
But
So
by that, were you having an idea that I may one day become an entrepreneur and this is the business I would like to follow, or what?
Yes, I was, honestly speaking, I was very enticed about the money I was seeing going out to this client. And remember, I'm selling bags, and sometimes I will sell more than my salary.
Wow.
Then I realized, so I'll sit here for 9,500 when I can do 15. At the time in 2009, 15,000 for me was enough, because it was enough for the car, for the rent, for the food and clothing and everything. So then the entrepreneur mind is now building up. I took a step and I resigned. This is where mentorship is going to be very important. I met up with another...
You moved again without information and guidance.
Yes. I met up with a lady who was already into the logistics business. At the time when I met her, she was having trucks which were stuck somewhere in DRC, carrying copper. she could not get them out or in, so they were stuck in between. And she explained to me, this is how it works, this is how the money looks like, and this is my struggle. And I said to her, I have a company that I've registered. I'd already, by then, in between these years, I'd already registered a company. I said, I have a company that I've registered and I have not used it. There was no mentorship. I just happened to know that you can register a company in CIPRO. I went and stood in the queues and registered a company and did whatever I did at the time. And she said, well, we can go into partnership. There are also contracts at the mines they do give to black women, young black women. The BEE thing was now buzzing into our head. We didn't understand fully what is it all about. As long as you are black, you will get a business, you will get a contract. 2009 December, I put in my resignation to serve my 30 days notice in January 2010. The financial manager called me and she asked me, where are you going? I looked at her and I'm like, I didn't expect you to ask me that question. Where am I going? Me. And the truth of the matter is I didn't have an answer. She said to me, you have a car. Before I could answer her, she could see that this person has not planned fully. You have a car. You have your rentals. You have your parents. You have your bills. Then where are you going? Did you get another job? If you got another job, show me. If they're paying better, show me. I said, I'm not going to any company. I'm going to study.
You're going to study?
That's what I said to her.
Yes.
She said, okay, that's interesting. What are you going to study? I said, I'm going to complete my internal auditing. I started, I didn't finish, so I want to complete. As a white lady, she said to me, but you can study part-time. She's tried to give me advices, but I was already made up my mind because I'd already seen those invoices and I've already enticed with thinking, no, money. You can't hold me back because of 9,000. No, I don't want that.
Yes.
So that's how it all started. We then formulated a company. We set it up a small office. Resigning without, should I say it, capital, resigning without backup, resigning without anything else saved. There were no savings, I have to say that. Well, as God had it at the time, we managed to get a very small contract.
So you are now the partner with that other lady?
Yes, I'm now the partner with the lady her name is Paulette.
Yes, and you're trading under which name?
We are now trading we are now in a joint venture. She had her own company, I had mine. So it's now a joint venture. Both companies are in operation. We managed to get a contract. I have to say we got a contract, but we didn't have a 34-ton truck tipper. We have to go out and look for a truck. We searched around those who has. Somehow contact will just happen. We got another gentleman who had a truck and it wasn't working. We then gave him a subcontract.
Yeah.
First payment in 2010 of the month, I think it was about 270,000 rand. I have to say it was my first time to see such amount of money in my bank account. God have mercy.
Yeah.
And I realized, so I've been working all these years and the people were making such
amount of money.
This must be a dream. Somebody must wake me up. It was getting very...
Is that your share or is the overall...
No, that is the whole... That's the invoice amount.
Yes.
No, we were good. We paid the owner of the truck his portion. And what we remained was still more than doubled my salary because I had to pay... We were at least a little bit smart. We realized we need to pay salaries for ourselves. The the idea was we will use somebody's truck to build up our bank account, then we can go out and look for our own truck.
I'm very interested also to know, you just met and then you just gelled together.
Yes.
And there was no background checking, what type of person you are. Man.
Nothing.
Your God is really hard at work, yeah?
So she tells me she was based in Mpumalanga, she was doing some tenders and what. That's what we know, and me. And she was saying to me, you are a good candidate for me because you are working for Imperial Cargo, you know the logistics, we can even venture into doing the loads and I was also interested already when she was meeting me.
And you know the financial side of business.
Yes, I know the financial side of business. My accounting from high school, I'm now applying it. It's the same. Accounting remains the same. It doesn't change. And there we go. We go ahead. First trip, second trip, third trip. We were doing okay.
So what are you transporting?
We were transporting chrome from Kurumani to Durban.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it all started. Remember, I worked for
using one truck.
Using one truck, and it was not ours.
Sure.
As I was working at a medical aid company, over the phone I met a gentleman from Newcastle, and then he said to me, you know what? Because he would call all the time, because he was a receptionist, he will come through my line many a times.
Yes.
Or he will request for me because I know his queries, his patient queries. I'm the one who escalated them or any other way. And then one day he said to me, you know what? I'm going to leave my job as a receptionist. I'm going to start my own bureau. I said, what's that? He said, I'm going to start doing claims for medical doctors myself. I'm going to buy a software and then I'm going to leave this job and to open my own office. So I kept that at the back of my mind. I didn't do it at the time. So the trucking business, the logistic company went on. In 2010, there was a program which was offered by Daimler Chrysler, the Triple BEE, Black Women sponsorship, something like that. You just need to bring a contract, and then they will lease you a truck, or they would loan you a truck. They won't give you cash. Yes, they won't give you cash, but you will get a truck. And we tried to apply for that. There was a government funding scheme before NEF, or was it NEF?
Yes.
We also tried to request for funds from them to buy a truck at the time. So they asked us for, your business plan.
The NEF is the National Empowerment Fund.
Yes. They asked us for all those documents, of which we gave them. In the process of applying for all those, trying to get funds, then we got a second guy with a truck. So now we are operating with two trucks. One of the guys went and searched for the owner of the contractor that we had. And he went and told them, those ladies, I'm not working for them. This is my truck.
Oh, no.
So...
wasn't that restricted in a contract?
Sir, there was no contract.
Wow.
We were just operating.
My goodness. That was a risk, yeah?
A big one. Remember, this is a flow of mind and thoughts and interests. I'm interested in doing this, I'm doing it. No information, no research. The only person, we only had a contract with the miner, the owner of, not the owner of the mine, but the major company that was given the transport, the logistic contract. So they gave us a contract. One of the truck owners went, and he was now granted, as the owner of the truck, he was now granted the job. No, you do the job directly, you invoice me directly, I pay you directly. So we lost one truck.
But that person was also not was also not ethical.
No,
because it was through you that he got to know this truck owner. And I always say and remember I'm an executive business coach.
Yes.
And I always say that ethics is gold.
Yes.
Once you let go of your ethical conduct, you are on a slippery slope.
Yes.
But anyway, that's just me. But
yes,
yeah,
that's how it's supposed to be, realistically. But unfortunately, and remember, this contract we drove all the way to Fixburg to meet the company that was granted the logistics at the mine.
Yes. So
he found out from the slips that you get from the mine that you compile on the invoice. That's where he managed. He told the driver, "You must make copies for me. I want to see something." And then that's where he got the information. So we lost that one truck. He started to go through directly without us. At the same time, it happened probably like in 2 months space when we realized this guy is no longer bringing documents to us. Then one day we went to use the company card at a certain garage. I still remember it was in Crystal Park. Because now when I moved from L Road, I was staying in Crystal Park.
Yes.
So we used the company card at a garage.
Yes.
To do a transaction, and that was it. I think a week later when NEF was asking us for a recent bank statement, there was the in-contact thing, money has been withdrawn and the SMSs would come. We didn't have that option. We were banking with Standard Bank.
Yes.
When we went to draw the statement from the bank, we realized that money was missing. And we looked at each other. How did the money miss? She doesn't know. I don't know. We have the card. Only to go rush now into the bank. This is what we are seeing, and we never withdrew the money. Well, the investigation was done. Our card was copied.
Sure.
That's now we lost. While we're still losing the money in the bank, the second truck that we had, the one that was left with us, the driver started stealing diesel.
Sure.
Now the invoice, when it comes, when they subtract the diesel, because the money will supply the diesel.
So all those were operational costs that you agreed to carry.
We agreed.
And you issued them cards.
Yes, we don't issue them card. They will fill at the mine, and then they will fill at a certain station.
I see. I see. And then you get invoiced.
Then we get invoiced. The payment will be offset.
I see.
Yes. Then we realized that now the invoice is not coming as it used to be. It's no longer 200,000. It's no longer 300,000. It's getting less. We are now getting frustrated, and that was just devastating, because now when the diesel is more than what you are supposed to give to the owner of the driver, it's a problem. We had to stop
the operations.
We had to stop the operations.
You saw the danger coming.
We saw danger coming. We part ways.
What about your contract with the client?
We told him that our truck went into breakdown. The truck will not be able to come anymore. Then he said, "No, it's fine. As soon as you get more trucks, let me know."
I see.
Because that was an open contract that when you have trucks
come, and in most cases, the contract to number of truck owners is not only one.
It was not only us. It was a lot of us.
I see.
So we stopped the operation on the logistics side.
Tell me, so that earlier idea of getting truck from Daimler-Benz, Mercedes-Benz did not happen.
It didn't materialize. They never, funded us because our statements were not, the bank balance was not enough. It was not convincing enough for them to to give us such an amount, a million, to young black.
At this point, we describe you as an entrepreneur and a shareholder in a joint venture with somebody else. Ne?
Yes.
And what is very interesting, I want to hear from you, is a different thing to when you are an employee.
Yes.
What are the new things that came into your knowledge reservoir?
Responsibility, accountability, discipline. As an employee, you are not disciplined with your salary. But you are an employer, you have now people that you have to pay. You are now need to be disciplined, you need to be responsible, you need to be accountable of every cent now that goes in, every cent that goes out.
And all the risks are facing you.
All the risks are facing you.
So where did you end up then with that joint venture?
It collapsed.
Yeah. When was this?
This was 2010. Towards the end of 2010. It collapsed. And in my brain somewhere, the idea of opening a medical bureau, doing claims for medical doctors was there. Then I said, okay, now there is no income that is going to come anytime soon. What do I do? That idea came. I got in contact with the gentleman in Newcastle. He said, no, I'm already started, I'm working. This is the software you can rent out. This is how much you pay, and you can start.
So he was keen to become your partner?
No, he didn't become my partner. I said, do your own thing there. I'll just guide you as to how you do it.
I see.
And that's when I started. I registered a company which is called Batch Medical Solutions.
Batch Medical Solutions?
Yes. I said the best way for me, I can't do this when I was in the East Rand, so I moved to Pretoria.
Yes.
I started walking now door to door to every doctor's consulting room, advertising, marketing myself. Only to realize that the market was dominated by white company. And they have already made our doctors to sign contracts that they don't understand and they don't know how to get out of them. And they are paying them a lot of money that they don't even know what is it that they're paying for. That was the biggest challenge. They'll tell you, no, I have a contract with such and such a company, and for some doctors that are open, I will say, can I see the contract? Because I was starting to be a little bit smarter to be able to communicate, with the professionals. Can I see the contract? Can I see what it says? If you want to get out of it, and then you look at the amount they're being charged and on the contract and what they're paying monthly.
That's the admin fee.
Yes. So, I fought, and then I realized that I was not winning with South African doctors. I was not winning, and I met one old man who said he was doing the system installation. He said, you know what, there is another doctor from Western Africa who needs help. Maybe you can go there. That was the first doctor I got, and I ended up with all my clients was doctors from Western Africa. DRC, Nigeria, Congo, you mentioned them. My advantage was I'm a citizen. I have worked for medical aid companies.
Yes.
I know the scheme rules. I know the language.
Wow.
That worked for me. Batch Medical Solution grew very fast because they are brothers. They have a council of doctors. So the one doctor will say there is a girl who's doing the claims. You will receive a phone call after the other. And the company now changed from being just doing claims. I grow it into training the receptionist for them, doing their mini bookkeeping, submitting their returns.
Wow.
And running their everyday offices. Teaching them how to run a medical center. Teaching them how you have to handle your payments. You're going to get paid twice from different medical aid a month. Set up, you have a strategy. The first payment is for my salaries, my building, my operational cost. Then the second payment will be your salary.
Wow. And which year did you start it? I said 20...
I started it in 2011.
2011.
Yes.
And this is where you are now?
This is where I am with Shout Quietly Communication. I've got a company which is called Shout Quietly Communication.
Yes, I saw that. It's just Shout Quietly.
Shout
Quietly Communication. So you've got two companies.
Yes.
And you are the single shareholder in both of them.
Yes.
Do you employ people?
Yeah, I employed them in consulting levels.
I see.
I'll get you to do what we can't do. Yes. You offer the service and that's it.
But do you have administrative support on your side?
Yes, I do have.
Where are they based?
They're based here in Limpopo. I have a gentleman who stays in Polokwane, who's assisting me on the administrative part. And basically most of the work that I do, I have a friend of mine who also based in Pretoria that also assists me.
So, and of course, because of technology, you can be anywhere.
You can be anywhere.
So you've gone back home in Limpopo and your head office is in Polokwane?
Yes.
Wow, I'm very proud of you. I'm a Limpopo person as well. I'm encouraging that a lot. I just had a discussion with Mr. Ruben Rambuda, who's also from your region. And he has always been a Limpopo-based entrepreneur. We were joking, actually, saying that he is the father of entrepreneurship in Limpopo.
I should meet him.
You should meet him.
Yes.
Yeah, you should meet him. We'll certainly connect you with him. I will make you listen to his broadcast.
Yes, that would be lovely.
Wow. So you graduated out of the knocks of life.
Yes.
From trucks, So now, what is the plan?
Now, the plan is this. Shout Quietly Communication has diverted. Base Medical Solution has become a baby of the house, the bread and butter.
Yes.
And Shout Quietly has now become, that's when we met through Shout Quietly Communications. We realized that there is a lot of NPOs that have been registered, cultural groups, organizations that have been registered, but they're not doing anything because they cannot communicate for themselves. So Shout Quietly took an initiative to say, we will go and look for cultural groups who are dancing, practicing every day in the township, practicing every day in our village. The only time they get a slot is when there's a wedding, then they will dance and they'll dance beautifully, and that's it. There are organizations that are promoting, teaching children cultural things, keeping our language. Let's keep our language going. Let's keep our culture going. Let's not stop speaking Venda. Let's not stop speaking Tsonga. There are groups like that, and they are not moving forward because they don't know which door to knock. How should they present themselves? That's when Shout Quietly come and say, don't worry, we will shout for you. You remain quiet.
Wow. And that is what you do?
That's what I do.
And that is your passion?
Yes, I'm just loving it.
And many are getting help through you?
Yes, we are getting in contact. We had our first group. We sent them to Buenos Aires in 2020. We're in 2020 now. I think the first group we sent 2 years back in 2018 to Buenos Aires. 2017 we sent them to Buenos Aires,
Argentina.
Yes, they went and performed there.
Where were they coming from?
They're coming from Mamelodi.
Wow.
They're coming from Mamelodi. So many groups tries to get into Grahamstown. People need the registration. They just made it very much complex with the payments and whatnot. So we do all that for them.
So there's an element of eventing as well then.
Yes, the element of event as well.
And then why specifically NPOs and arts in arts environment?
I think it's the love of South Africa, the love of culture. We culture grounds us so much.
Wow.
If you've been brought up knowing that you have to greet everyone on the street. If I had to walk out of the gate now and I meet somebody, I have to greet them, regardless of who they are.
I need to bring you in touch with our heritage agency colleagues.
Yes.
I think you can there's synergy there.
We were actually working on a cultural carnival that we wanted to do, which it brings the beauty of Limpopo. That's how we wanted to start. Limpopo, there's Venda speaking, there's Tsonga speaking, there's Pedi speaking, we have the African speaking, the colored speaking, and we have the Indian. Yes. But we have these groups that are dominating, the Tsonga and the Pedi, and the Venda, they are dominating. So if you look at their colors vibrantly lined up in the street, showcasing their dance, you bring the province together.
Absolutely. If you go to Skukuneland, you meet these ladies that dance at the weddings. They do what they call step in their regalia.
Those are the people that's the only event they're getting. So we want them to fly to London to go and do step on the road.
Wow.
We want them to fly to do step. They ask you, where do you come from? Skukune. Where's Skukune? It's in South Africa. Where? In Limpopo. And they look at it. That's what we want to get. There is another step of the ladies that are portraying. They are dancing, showing how the domestic violence that all started. It was a husband who was coming in from work, and then they're dancing. There's a song which is playing. The husband will walk in, change to something else. Then he comes dancing, holding a bottle. And then after drinking the bottle, he's now hitting the wife.
The message is allowed.
The message is like he came in a good father. He came out, he went out, he came back, now he is a changed person. In a song, and they're dancing, and the message is very clear. Wow. Those are the things that we want to. They don't get a chance to go to the state theatre. Because when you want to book the state theatre, it's like it belongs to a certain group. It belongs to certain people, belongs to certain events. And they'll be asked questions that they don't know how to answer them. So we want to shout for them and bring them forward.
Shout quietly communications.
Yes.
And it explains why you had to go back home, because that's where the product is.
That's where the product is.
You are a visionary, man.
Thank you.
Beautiful story.
Thank you.
And the province and the country can only be proud of such ideas made real.
Yes.
I'm definitely going to bring you into contact with Ndate Ruben Rambuta, and I think there's so much similarities. Wow. This is a story and a half. Thank you so much. Wow. Any closing remarks? And how? Before we go there, how do people get hold of? And now I don't know whether to get hold of Shout Quietly Communication or what is the other company?
Best Medical Solution is only medical doctors. So
So there you. But I think you want the medical doctors to get hold of you. Give the contact details for Batch Medical Company. And then you also give contacts for communications, because the whole idea of this platform is that after having really used your story to enlighten others, you want people to be able to get hold of you for whatever reasons, but also, as I said, we match supply and demand.
Exactly. Batch Medical Solution have a Facebook page. It's clearly Batch Medical Solution. That's where you will find us.
Spell Batch.
Batch, which is
B-A-T.
BATCH.
Yes.
And Medical Solutions with an S.
Yes.
That's the Facebook page. That's the name of the Facebook page. My Facebook page is all my personal Facebook page. They can also get hold of me there. It's Tendani Favor.
Yes.
Munonoka. And my Instagram page. The name is Ms T_NJ. And my Skype account, it's Ms T, it's MS space TEE. And
the telephone number?
My telephone number, it's 082 094 0019.
And the email address?
My email address would be Pindulo. Pindulo, it's PHINDULOTR@gmail.com.
And if you don't mind just repeating the mobile number using the South African International Code.
Okay, it's +27 82 094 0019.
And you don't have a website for the Batch Medical Solution?
I don't have a website for the Batch Medical Solution.
Yeah, but you said that it's specifically for medical practitioners,
yes,
medical doctors.
Yes.
Wow.
So yes,
and it doesn't matter where the doctor is practicing from. It's national. Yeah?
Yes, it's national. It doesn't matter where they're practicing because technology has made things very much easy. I still sit in Polokwane and do claims for doctors that are in Pretoria.
Wow. Beautiful.
Yes.
This is empowering. And the communications, the shout quietly communications?
Shout quietly communication. The website is still under construction because we wanted to update the events that we had. So it's just going to be a domain that is there, but it's not available. But it's just shoutquietlycommunication.co.za.
But they can get hold of you using the same contact details?
With the very same contact details.
And no social media platforms yet?
No social media platform yet.
Beautiful. Wow. What are your closing remarks? This has been beautiful.
Well, firstly, thank you for the opportunity. I like the initiative. It's good for us. It's good for the upcoming entrepreneurs. And another thing is, in all this, you would hear that I never mentioned of mentorship. And with all the mistakes, it's very important that as a growing entrepreneur, you need to have a mentor, somebody who has been through it, who has done it, and who's still doing it, who would point you to the right direction. And information remains power. We need to keep on learning. There are people that even if you don't have a direct mentor, even if I will say you need to have, but we need to keep on learning, adding more information. We can never learn enough. And we need to do away with fear. We need to do away with fear. There is no. I don't believe in a business sector that belongs to a certain gender.
You are representing a very powerful constituency in our society, that of women entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And you are self-made, but it doesn't need to be that way.
Yes, true.
Beautiful.
True.
Thank you so much, Tendani. This has been very inspirational. I didn't know what to expect. I'm glad we had the opportunity to talk the African way. This was not an interview. This was a conversation.
Yes.
I think we must have inspired people there, and I'm sure people are going to get hold of you. We have certainly learned a lot from you, and I hope this is not the last time that we visit Comesa Radio Africa.
Definitely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time.
Ladies and gentlemen, That was Tendani Munonoka, an entrepreneur and communication specialist, self-made indeed. We are glad that she shared her story with us, and I hope you are as inspired as I am. Once again, my name is Sam Zimmer, the CEO and the Executive Business Coach at Comeza GOC International. Get hold of us at www.comeza-goc.com. And we invite you also to consider becoming either individual or corporate member of our club, Comeza Friends and Supporters Club, NPO. And that can happen online at www.comeza-club.africa. And in that way, you become part of this initiative. You're welcome to write to us at callcenter@comeza-goc.com. We thank you for tuning in. We're looking forward to welcoming you at our next broadcast. Goodbye and take care.